And while we're at it, people, don't forget to go down below, like and subscribe. Don't forget to go over to the Bellator station or page, like and subscribe, and watch the fights. And comment down there. Let me know what you think. Who's your favorite Bellator fighter? What Bellator fighters do you think can beat UFC fighters?
When I'm in the room, they stare. Put the cameras, I'm there. I shine bright, big glare. Take my shades, I share. I break the rules, take theirs.
Welcome to Pop's house, this time for another fight review. This one's going to happen fast. I'm going to go at it kind of quickly. This is a toughie. I expect not to have many people, if anyone at all, even looks at this video. But that's because Bellator doesn't get the credit it deserves for having great fights, great fighters, a great launching place for some young fighters, a great place for some fighters to run and do their and have a career, as well as a place for some older fighters to come and try to make a last stand. So they have a lot of different reasons for their existence. There's a lot of different fans who like them for a variety of reasons. I just happen to be watching an MMA fan since the beginning of MMA. Before MMA, I was a fan of combat sports for years. So it's just always been a thing. I used to live in Philadelphia near the Blue Horizon, and I'd go there watching boxing fights every weekly for a decade. You know what I mean? But this was before there was even such thing as MMA, you know? And, did karate and things of that nature and tournament style and all these different things. And really, so I watch all of it. The bottom line is from Bellator to EFC to Invicta to the UFC to KSW there's a variety of different places that you can watch MMA. One championship, I apologize, one championship, and of course the UFC. But this weekend's fight's coming up tomorrow night, which means, of course, no one may see this. I'm going to rush and put this out, but it's short and sweet. Raufeon Stots and Danny Sabatello. The reason I'm doing this is because of both of those two guys. I love the two guys. Danny Sabatello is a hard dude to like, but you got to admire the, I know he would do well in the UFC. He might, the competition will be a little bit tougher, which would give him a better opportunity. He had a chance, and he didn't necessarily lose, but he just didn't get picked up. Raufeon Stots, one of my favorite fighters outside of the UFC. I'm shooting for him. Would love to see Raufeon Stots win that. Liz Carmouche and Juliana Velasquez. I felt like Juliana Velasquez just kind of let the last one go and should have won. I mean, she had the tools to win. Liz Carmouche, who I always dubbed Lady Faber, was one of my favorite UFC female fighters initially. The Girl-Rilla was initially one of, but very limited. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Guess it sounds that way, but it's not. Honestly, because if you have the skills and the fortitude and the chutzpah to just do what they do as athletes and go inside of a cage and compete, then that's a lot, And if you have more her than a lot of other people, then that's a lot. But if your her is bigger than your actual talents and your skills, then that's, that doesn't mean that. Either way, I'm picking Juliana. Magomedov and Patrick Mix. Patchy. I want Patchy. Face it, I want Patchy. Magomed likely has a good opportunity to go ahead and win that fight. Anthony Adams and Dalton Rosta. I don't know. I'm thinking Anthony Adams. I'd love to tell you why, but we don't have the time. Joanna and Denise Kielholtz. Well, Denise Kielholtz has been doing this for a long time. She came was from a stand-up striking, and Eli's on I believe it's a streak. I could probably wonder. Let's see. 10-6. Yeah, I'm thinking Denise Keelholtz on this one. 10-6. When Alejandra Lara, who I really, so that's where I saw her. Okay, I saw her beat. I'm a fan of Alejandra, but Alejandra has been on a losing skid. Anyway, I digress. The one other thing, or the last thing we'll talk about before we're out of here, is so that was my top ones. I've got Keelholtz, Adams, Magomed, Juliana, and Rafian. I believe Danny can win this fight, although Rafian doesn't seem to know how, and I think only with tenacity. Tenacity and tenacity alone, continuing to try to just suffocate him if he's not kicked in the face before it happens or hit really, Liz Carmouche can win the fight the same way she won the first fight. I just don't see how come Juliana let that happen the first time without, she's not going to, I don't see her doing that again. Magomed and Patchy are going to be just a very, very good fight. I want Patchy, Magomed. It could go either way. It really could. I'm going to go with Magomed on that one. Anthony Adams, and, I'm going with Denise Keelholtz on this. I went with Lara the last time, so I was wrong then as well. Either way, folks, I love you guys. Spirit Hop. We're out of here. I got that vibe. Let's go. When I'm in the room, they stare. The camera zoom, I'm there. I shine bright, big glare. Take my shades, I share.